This evening I decided to head back to a little waterfall back here. It's a waterfall close to the town of Mill Street, and the place is called Comanetrust. Forgive me if I butchered the pronunciation of that, but it's a beautiful waterfall that is flowing down the mountain. Now there's two parts to it. There's a top part of the waterfall and the bottom section, although you can't see the top part unless you climb up, and from what I gather it's pretty difficult to climb up to see the second part of it. I was hoping that I could get my drone out here and fly it up, but drones work off cellular connections, and you can't get any signal out here, so you can't use the drone basically, So I'm just walking along here now, and I'll arrive at it soon, and I'll give you guys a look around once I get there. It's a difficult waterfall to photograph just because of how it's situated, but I'll show you what I get up to once we get back a little closer. Okay, I'll talk to you soon. So we can actually see the waterfall right here coming down the mountain. Now I'm quite a bit away from it just yet, but I thought that maybe there was a nice picture back here. So what I've done is I've set the camera up on the tripod here, and I'm at f11, and what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to bracket this image. So I'm just simply going into settings, and I'm going to take 3 shots of it. I need to zoom in here and just make sure that I'm perfectly sharp. Now I have it on the tripod because I've got the 70 to 200 lens on, and the 70 to 200 lens, there's a lot of weight on it, and okay, just zoom in another bit. So I'm just zooming into the trees on the right. And now that has taken 3 images. So the idea of taking 3 images is quite simply that I'm taking one at an exposure above the perfect exposure, and I'm taking another one at the perfect exposure, and then I'm taking another one at an exposure below. So I'm going to blend the 3 of those exposures together to create an image. Now what's little, the tree is in the way of this shot, but I think it might work. I'm not 100%. We don't really have a good sky. It's gloomy and grey, but if it'll focus, that was the image we took, and I think that if we bring the saturation of the green and the trees around it, that the white of the water will stand out a lot more. So in order to take that shot, what I was at was ISO 100. I was at ISO 100, I was at f11, and I was at 6 second exposure. Oh, the midgets are coming now, and I have spray in the car and I didn't bring it. Anyway, we'll get down a little bit closer and hopefully there's a couple of more images to be had here. Right, we'll chat soon. So I've come back this far to compose for this waterfall here, Comanetrust. But if we zoom in on it there, this is more or less the image I'm going for, maybe in a little bit more. Yeah, so something like this, where I'm getting the top of it, I'm getting the middle section, and I'm getting the bottom of it. If we zoom out, I have the 70-200 lens on there, and I'm zoomed right in at the water on the middle section of the waterfall, and I'm on f11 and I'm taking a bracketed shot, and 2-second timer, and just like that it has taken 3 images. So if you look at the images like this, you can see one is pretty much blown out, the greens and yellows are very highlighted, and the next one, that is the correct exposure, and this one is one stop, sorry, this image here is the correct exposure, this is one stop under, and this is blown out, one stop over. And basically I'll blend the 3 of them together when I get home. And what I'm doing there is, if we zoom in here, you can see where it's darker green here and the stone is darker, and the white of the water will come out more, and there's some darker stone next to the water down around here, and just a shadow underneath the bushes here. And that's why I've taken 3 images, so the camera will allow for that. It'll take 1 stop under, 1 stop over, and 1 stop exactly, and I can blend that to bring back those shadows when I get home. So f11, ISO 100, and it was 600 of it a second, and that was it. Now I'm going to move in closer to see if there's an image to be got. So we'll be back a bit later.